Hello and welcome to this episode of Sunset Talks, a podcast by Sunset Hospitality Group. Today we have a special guest coming straight from Barcelona from Spain. He's with us to talk about the Sunset Hotels and Resort division, which is one big part of Sunset Hospitality Group, to discuss all the new updates about the hotels and resorts with Sunset Hospitality Group, because we as a Sunset Group, we are present in 17 countries and we have hotels and resorts in a few of these countries. We have today Jaime Buxó Clos, right?
Clos.
Clos. Okay, excuse my Spanish.
No problem at all.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Muy bien, muchas
Muy bien.
gracias.
Thank you. Jaime, you're with us today to discuss the Hotels and Resort Division by Sunset Hospitality Group. But before we go, and you're the CEO of this division, you're the CEO of Sunset Hotels and Resorts. Before I go to Sunset, I need to know more about your background. Why, how did you enter the hospitality, and what took you to hotels and resorts in this division? Probably it's really like a good experience that I want you to share it with our audience.
It will be a pleasure, Hassan. First of all, thank you very much to invite me. And congratulations. I think this Sunset Talks is a great initiative. I can assure you that I'm traveling a lot right now, and many people of different countries, they have seen already the first episodes, and they like it very much, and they say you have to keep doing. Then I am proud to be here. I'm very proud to see that this initiative is being a success. In terms of you were saying why becoming hotelier, my life to dedicate to hoteliers, I would say that I was almost born in a hotel. Really.
Okay.
Yes, but because my family had hotels in Costa Brava. This is a very nice destination, resort destination north of Barcelona. We had 2 hotels and 2 restaurants. Then, I mean,
You were born
I was
as a
born
hotelier.
in a family.
of hospitality.
I was living in a top floor of a hotel.
Okay.
Then my life is plenty always of memories around the hotels.
Amazing.
Usually in those, that destination is seasonal. When it's owned by families, you are forced to help the family
100%.
on the summer business. And since 12 years old, I was starting to support my family working on summers. And
During summer vacation.
summer vacations. It was a little bit painful for me because all my friends, they were on the beach, enjoying a little bit that break from the school.
Well, look, it paid. It paid so well. You're the CEO of the Hotels and Resorts
It was a good
division now.
investment.
It was a good
It's true.
investment.
It was a good investment.
Yeah.
And then I went through all the departments. I mean, I did kitchen, I did front desk, I did bars every summer. Also for my journey of learning, I was doing a different area of the hotel, and I was really very much engaged, excited. I like it. It was a very easy decision for me
To be part
keep-
of this.
to be part of the hotel industry, because I was, as I said, it was already a passion. I was very much engaged. Hours were flying.
Yeah. It's nice to see that someone at your position started from the beginning, from like, when you start something from when you're just a little kid, you know exactly the things that happen behind the scenes. So by the time you're like at your position now, you know all the details that is happening.
Absolutely. This,
Amazing.
This is something great. I think it's a unique opportunity that I had. Then in my life, I paid a lot of attention to better understand all the type of hotels, other way to do it. I studied in Switzerland. I studied in United States. Different views of the hotel industry. I would say Switzerland is more school. What
It's
you
more
learn
for a hotelier. And
It's more for a hotelier. It's more to go to the 5-star hotels,
Yes.
the classic, very much focused still on kitchen and service. And then when you go to the United States, it's more seen as an industry, more seen as a more developing a chain, more marketing, more finance, more other.
So you got all the portfolios.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I have different visions, but I think it's a good combination. What you have to do is just understand the business, and the day-to-days,
yeah.
but at the same time have the big picture.
Great. Jaime, with the vision of the Sunset Hotels and Resorts, how does it fit in the greater vision of Sunset Hospitality Group? Because it's a big and huge division now, and they're paying more attention with time to this division. How does it fit with the greater vision of the company?
Well, I believe it was a natural step also for the group. Of course, strategically a step, because the efforts and the resources that you have to dedicate to this development. But I mean, as we already know, and like Antonio Naz explained, the company began doing restaurants, doing beach clubs
and nightclubs,
doing nightlife entertainment. And then suddenly they realize, and here in Dubai, that is our local market, almost everything is done in the hotels. Then the company realized that
we need hotels.
Exactly, we need rooms. I would say, I need rooms. I mean, I'm really doing all the experiences around the main areas of the hotel, and the only thing it's remaining is to put rooms.
Exactly.
And of course, with rooms is distribution. Distribution is a key thing for hotel companies, and this is what we are building right now with Sunset.
I remember it's either Antonio or Naz, one of them had a dream to have hotels, and the other one said, you will have it and let's work on it. And that's also, I don't remember who said that, but it's one of them. Since we mentioned the co-founders, Antonio said in 2023 we had an exceptional year in terms of growth and all these details. How does the division of Sunset Hotels and Resorts looking forward for the future to be part of that? Because we know, and Antonio also mentioned that in the media, we are looking to have like 20 hotels by 2026 or
Exactly.
at the end of 2026.
Yes.
What is the vision for that?
Well, I think on 24, when we are saying that it really was a great year for us, is because we really consolidate the project of the hotels. The beginning was Bodrum, our Met Bodrum.
In 2021.
In 2021. And this has been an amazing journey, because I think that the company, led by Antonio and Naz, they have been so many times there, looking after every detail of the hotel, together with the team. I think that they put a lot of efforts, focus. I think we did a great exercise, and we really designed and did the type of hotel that the Sunset is willing to develop in the future.
Yeah.
In this case, it's for a resort exercise, but this was the beginning, and you have to consolidate that. Then, during these 3 years, we have been consolidating Bodrum, and we are seeing now how successful it is. First, in one, let's say, a specific KPI and very relevant KPI that we use in the hotel industry is on the guest satisfaction.
Yes.
That we track all the reviews, all the comments from our guests, and we do a KPI. And this KPI we can compare with our competition.
Okay.
I mean, we are right now number 3 in Bodrum, only surpassed by 2 small boutique hotels that they only have 2-3 reviews, which we cannot compare.
Definitely, you have hundreds probably.
Hundreds of reviews. Yeah. Then this gives you a solid base to say, I am
definitely
there. And just for you to give you where we are and what we achieve, and the team who is amazing in the hotel, and the team of the company. I mean, we are surpassing brands like Mandarin Oriental. We are surpassing great boutique hotels there, large boutique hotels in Masakese Hotel, Luxury Collection, Edition. We are constantly on top of them in terms of guest satisfaction. Yeah. This is number 1.
Definitely. We might be new, but at the end of the day, we have expert people who are running this. So yes, we might have like only 3-4 years of experience in the opening, but we have a team who's really expert within, in a previous episode, I hosted Arslan, who has
Absolutely.
like 27 plus years of experience in hotel management.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. Let me say, Hassan, before, regarding the question, why 24 was also absolutely a very good year for us. I think the second KPI, it is very relevant, is the profitability that we are capable to provide in each of our hotel business unit. Usually in the industry, we measure per room. Okay, we divide the profitability per room and we have a KPI. Okay. We are achieving of levels of a profitability that also is positioning us of one of the leading hotels in the destination.
Okay. Nice. You're the CEO of Sunset Hotels and Resorts. What are your strategies to lead this division, especially that it's now consolidated, as you just mentioned? What are the strategies that you put to take this division even further in the coming years?
Okay, I mean, this is a challenging but a very exciting project. I think it's a unique project what we are doing in Sunset and for the hotel industry. Here, I would say that first of all, now we are very much focusing on the development side of the company. No, I mean, it's taking me a lot of time to travel and to find the right locations for our hotels. This is one part of my life right now, and we have to carefully select the right locations for our hotels. You know that we already opened Marbella. We also opened in Barcelona. We are now closing hotels. We are the negotiations very advanced to have hotels in Mykonos, in Cannes, in Ibiza. You can see that those destinations are not easy to get
at all with the competition,
because there is a lot of people around, a lot of interest. Then you have to be really doing the right follow-ups, being there in the destination, understanding the dynamics and getting the right opportunities. Then we are very happy on that side because we are progressing very well. On the second area that I have to dedicate a lot of time is to have the best team possible. I mean, to have the right GMs. We have a very specific profile of GMs. We cannot take most of the time GMs of other hotel companies to come to ours. We have to really select people that has the experience, but at the end also the open mind to understand another way to design and to operate hotels. Is what is doing Sunset, where of course, for example, food and beverage is very strong. Then most of the time we are looking for people who come with a strong food and beverage backgrounds, and then together with our human resources department and Rania, that was here with you too. I mean, we train these people, we prepare, we introduce really to the strengths of the company. And I think we are now capable to get the right GMs in our hotels to lead this business.
I mean, with this success, I think Sunset now is attracting people way more than we looking for potential team members.
Very much, yeah. Hassan. I see it every week. I receive interest of people around the world that they are interested in our company. They are reading about some of them through the Sunset Talks, for example. No, for sure, I have no doubts. And they are really feeling that they want to be part of that. And this is very, very nice. Yeah. I do also. I don't have much time, but always I have been trying to be involved in teaching a little bit on hotel management masters. And I take advantage there to present to the young generations of future leaders in the hotel industry, our company and our hotel and resorts project, and they are amazed also. Perfect. I see that the young people, it's liking very much, I think, our project.
Yeah. Jaime, you just mentioned, I keep hitting the mic, you just mentioned that we're looking forward to be present in certain areas like Mykonos, Cannes, Ibiza. Now for the hotels and resorts, we are located in 3 countries, and now you want to enter new markets. But what is the criteria of choosing the location itself? Is it the vibe of the city? Is it the I don't know, the help that you get from the municipalities or the governments there? Is it that when I say help, I mean the facilities like the land, the taxes, etc. What is the main criteria for you as the CEO of Hotels and Resorts?
Well, first, you need to understand that we are developing hotels within the lifestyle segment. And this is also indicating you where we have where to go. It's true that lifestyle, I always say this, the same, it's defined very differently depending who is defining that word. No? But for me, lifestyle, it's in terms of design, it's in terms of local community, it's in terms of a very strong food and beverage offering. I think all these things are around lifestyle hotels. Our open hotels, a completely different approach, and for me also has been something new. But I always like it very much, and I was paying a lot of attention to the hotels that I was seeing. They were doing that. We open hotels not only for guests coming from outside, but also for the community.
Okay.
And the community is so relevant than the guests coming to be in the hotel.
Okay. Cool.
Then we need strong communities around our hotels, usually strong real estate areas. Then, of course, I mean, we have some competitors. We know where they are, our competitors, and we know that if they are succeeding there, it's because this lifestyle segment is booming. We need high-end retail. We need also, it's good because we are not willing to be the only lifestyle proposal. If we go to places like Cannes, if we go to places to Marrakech, it's better if 3, 4, 5, 6 brands like us is around the destination because the proposal is stronger. Then this is what we are now seeing to develop our hotels and resorts company. But if you see it more strategically, right now where we are developing in south of Europe, we are developing in Middle East, and then most recently, it's a couple of weeks, we decided to develop in South Asia, focusing first in Singapore and going to some selected destinations that we believe are the strongest for our proposal.
Okay.
Mainly we are seeing Bangkok, Koh Samui, we are seeing Maldives, and we are seeing Bali, and we are seeing Singapore. Those are our first targets to enter to South Asian market.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Hopefully soon then.
I think sooner than maybe
we need to increase the number of locations on the map. So
absolutely.
Currently we're 17.
Absolutely.
We need more.
We have a very healthy pipeline. As I said to you, our proposal is proving to be very strong for the KPIs that we are getting from our existing properties. Marbella now is the full first season. We are seeing also a very promising season in terms of reservations, in terms of food and beverage proposal, in terms of how attractive is also the hotel for the local community. The people of Marbella is saying, we needed a hotel like that. We didn't have something like that. We need something like that. And I mean, it's very, very rewarding when you see these things. In Barcelona, we enter to the hotel, we are learning a little bit more about the hotel, the dynamics of the hotel, the local community. We will close this winter, the hotel, and we do the refurbishment.
Yeah, I'll get to that hotel, which has a very nice story and very specific story.
Yes.
Jaime, for our collection of hotels, they emphasize a lifestyle, they emphasize unique locations around the world. And, it has its own line and scent and, I want to say like guidelines.
Yeah.
What is the vision behind this collection?
Well, the vision is, I think we are attracting different investors, hotel owners. At the end, those are our partners. And And we are being asked most of the time that they have a hotel with its own personality that maybe it doesn't fix perfectly on the Met brand,
Okay.
but still there is a lot of potential. There is a capacity of reconverting this hotel in a more lifestyle exercise. And then we came that with, I think, the right decision, say, listen, this will be good to also join under our umbrella,
the umbrella of
because those are very unique proposals.
Okay.
For example, Yalikabak. We were very close to Yalikabak. For the people who doesn't know, Yalikabak is one of the best luxury marinas in the Mediterranean.
yeah,
No doubts. I think anyone that is visiting that marina is surprised of what they did it. And they were very confident on us on being the managers of the hotel. They saw what we did in Medbodrum. Once again, we can show them what we were doing in terms of those KPIs that I explained to you. And they say, we want you to be the managers of the hotels. But we have been investing so much in Yalikabak that we want to build around this Yalikabak name and destination. Said, okay, let's go for Yalikabak Marina Hotel, and let's go for a collection. And I think we put the best of the
two worlds.
of the two worlds.
Yeah.
This year also will be the first full season, and it's very promising. I think it's a unique proposal because you know that you have a hotel, but with plenty of facilities there that are amazing.
And very luxury
The
facilities. And,
restaurants, high-end retails, the entertainment is there, and we think it's a unique proposal in the Mediterranean. I think will be very relevant and successful in the future.
Hopefully. Going from Bodrum to
Yes.
to Barcelona.
To Barcelona.
Am I saying it right?
I said before, your accent is very good.
The first one
You
was
need
in
to practice
English.
much
Now
more.
I'm switching to Spanish. Moving to Barcelona. To La Florida Hotel. This is a hotel that is 100 years old.
Yes.
And this year,
Next year.
it will turn 100 years old.
100 years old.
Okay, so now I want to understand, how could you take a very historical hotel and, I don't want to say enhance it, but like to modernize it without losing the traditional effect? I mean, it's a very famous hotel, and when we talk about it, we know the heritage of this hotel. How are you gonna do that without affecting the the heritage? It's very challenging.
I fully agree, Hassan. This is challenging, and I think it's our next challenge because we open a new door with this. Maybe we can have a nice surprise soon. Similar type of hotel, but in a complete different destination outside Europe. When we saw Florida, we saw that potential. Okay, we saw that Florida Hotel, being a heritage hotel, has for the location, for the facilities, for the views, can be a great lifestyle proposal. Then we took from this to here, we have a clear vision.
Okay.
The challenge now is how we will do. And we are starting the journey. We start last week already appointing our designers, our architects, together with our team, and we are starting that. It's a clear vision that we have to keep that heritage because those is a clear strength. That hotel has been part of the Barcelona life for 100 years. It's true that hotel has been on, as most of the hotels with so much history, there have been better times and times that has been not so nice.
Yes.
No? But what I have seen is that the people is really asking us what you are going to do. I cannot wait to see the new Florida and to enjoy the new Florida. No, I think as I said, the potential and the opportunity is there, and I see the capacity of the Sunset being capable to really convert that hotel to a nice lifestyle, very unique hotel. Then we have to work on that as we did in Bodrum. But if you ask me, you feel comfortable on the outcome, on the success, I feel very, very comfortable. because I have a clear understanding of
You
our
have the
strengths.
strategy, you have the vision, you have the
Clear.
strong team members behind that. So
And because we believe, and I think once was announced, once we enter to the hotel, every day we are reinforced with our vision and the potential of the hotel. And this is great, because when you enter and you say, well, maybe I was wrong, then you have to change the strategy, and things are becoming maybe too challenging, too difficult to achieve. But in this case, we are seeing every day, I mean, the potential of the outdoor of that hotel with these hypnotic views. I mean, when you go there, you don't want to leave the hotel. I mean, it's every hour is a different view. If the cloud is here, if the sun is here, there is
I've
even
seen
Barcelona.
pictures of it. It's on top of Tibidabo.
It's in top of Tibidabo, because Barcelona, behind there is this mountain Tibidabo that is part of the history of Barcelona.
Right.
And really, you are going in 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes. You are going very high.
Very high.
Then it's the views are amazing, and the people. I mean, the views that you have from the rooms when you open the curtain in the morning. Even we are orientated to the sunrise.
I'm already mentally there.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm
the
already
sunrise
imagining an
there.
orange
I will
juice
recommend you
with the coffee.
to wake up at the time of the sunrise, to see the sunrise, and then go back to sleep.
Amazing.
Is an amazing experience.
Perfect.
Yes.
Jaime, the term of responsible or promoting responsible tourism is going like now, it's more famous than ever. With your collection of hotels and resorts around the world, do you take sustainability into consideration, and what kind of activities that you do to decrease the harm for the environment, let's say?
We are right now taking, I think, strategic decisions in the company to be really on implementing ESG in our day-to-day operations. Then a lot of things will be announced in the following months. Our strategy, which is important in that case, is we know that we will not be selected because we are the champions of the ESG. And we are not willing to be, let's say, the champions or announcing every minute what we are doing. What we are seeing is, and we are there to put people together. This is
Our motto.
Our motto in terms of putting people together to celebrate life. In hotels is it's even more, because you are sharing with people, and it's part of that happiness. I think sharing with the people, with your friends, with your family, the great moments. But what I see is that the people want that we guarantee that we are doing the right thing, and they are not spoiling the future of the new generations, because we do hotel there. Then for me, it's clear that we have to do the right things on ESG. We're now already working on a different type of certifications to that all our operations to ESG, and to secure to our guests, we are there. Don't worry, we are doing our best in terms of ESG. We are doing already things.
We are already, like, the cards are in like wood cards.
Exactly.
You have cards in Met Marbella, if I'm not mistaken.
On bamboo.
But,
I mean, we are already on the first stage.
Steps.
No plastics. Those things that are small steps, easy to do in each hotel, but is doing a great impact. This is already clear in our day-to-day operations, but we are going more strategically. We will select one of the consolidated certificates, that hotel certificate that certificates our operation, and we will forward that path.
Okay. With the rise of alternative accommodations, like we see people now traveling, they don't book a hotel. By the time they reach the destination, they look for something, apartments or I don't know what. And observers, they would say that this is a bit challenging for hotels because some of them are going to these alternative accommodations. Do you think that this will affect the hotels, or this type of accommodations, they have their own people, and our hotels and resorts, they have our own people for that?
This is a question that was on our tables, and it was difficult to foresee the future. I would say 5 years ago, even more. You said, I mean, what we have seen is that is not affecting the hotel occupancy at all. And even I see that has been incentivizing the people to travel, because more people around you is traveling in different type of accommodations, but people is sharing. And I think the willingness to travel after these new accommodations come is bigger.
Okay.
Then I can guarantee you that I have been discussing a lot that with a lot of meetings there, strategic consultants, be careful of that. But at the end, some people was in the hotel industry was scared.
Okay.
But we have been proving that hotels, I mean, you know that we have that data worldwide. We know the occupancies of the cities. If you see the last 5 years, of course, we have to isolate the COVID times and that 2 years that we were on a different, but you can see a pattern that the tourism has been constantly grow 6-7%. And I think for sure this new accommodation is providing growth.
Okay.
Then as is a growth, still hotels has been performing.
So it's an opportunity, actually. It's not
absolutely. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the consequence of that is something that we have to pay attention, the society, all of us, is that some destinations, local people is suffering maybe because the huge success of the tourism and life in that destination for the locals is becoming more difficult, more expensive.
Cities, exactly.
In some cities. I was reading now even Venice, which is one of the clear examples, even they want to put a fee. €5 to visit.
I read that, yeah.
But those at the end are initiatives to reduce a little bit this stress that you are putting in destinations.
Visiting cities, yes.
And I think this will be, and these new accommodations, because listen, as hotelier, to have a new hotel in a city or in a resort destination, I have to be dealing with the municipality during 3 years to get the right license, to do the right things. Just to put 100 rooms more on the destination, 100 rooms more. Then suddenly we accepted these new alternative accommodations and we included in the destination 10,000 rooms.
Yeah.
If you can go to a certain OTAs and you see the listed apartments there, you'll see that in cities in Barcelona, maybe it's 30 or 40,000 rooms, apartments
available.
Then this has been added too quickly. I mean, I was used to, for example, mainly in islands, when I have been responsible of hotel companies with hotels in destinations, island destinations, which is very good. The local government, they were really working on, I cannot put too many rooms, two at the same time, because then maybe things are happening, airport capacity, measuring the full experience. But then when you include 10,000 rooms within apartments, it's a big impact. I'm not saying I am against. I'm saying that this is a game changing, and we have to take care of the local people, because they are part also of our experience.
Yeah. Jaime, with all your experience, what do you think the emerging trends now, the coming ones that are shaping the hospitality? Is it something related to technology? Is it something related to, I don't know, experience, a guest relationship or experience? What are the trends?
For me, first, technology has been always a first adapter of technology. I like it very much in my life, but always as a tool. I think we don't have to be crazy. I think, of course, are changing a lot of things. But usually there are the pioneers of the technology, but then when this technology is there, I think as a company like us, it's easy to understand how we can use it as a tool, how this tool is providing me better service or more efficiencies or whatever it is inside the management of the hotels. And use it as a great tool. Then I think new technology will come and will be evolving, I would say.
Adapting
and evolving. But I don't see a big change. For me, one of the big change, and that's why I'm very happy to be now with Sunset, is more the new demographics and the new people who is traveling. I think they are liking much more different type of experience in the hotel. I'm seeing this change. I'm seeing that the people traveling now, they want an experience in the hotel. They don't want a transaction hotel like I buy a room, I sleep there.
Sleep and you leave the second day.
We were talking about that, beginning to talk about that 10 years ago, about the experience. But now I think it's really, really something that is changing. I'm seeing some classic brands really struggling, really trying to move to more to this lifestyle segment, which I see very challenging for them.
Which we see that in Met, for example, people don't need to leave. They have like in Bodrum, they have like 4 or 5 outlets from Pan-Asian restaurant
Absolutely.
to Mediterranean to Isola is Italian. So they don't need to leave. They have
Absolutely.
everything, great view, great experience, and all the outlets. So
Absolutely, Hassan.
so this is the trend.
Exactly. For me, this is the trend. And it's impacting, for example, how we approach the hotel design. I think we are doing on the right way, because what we do is we focus first on the common areas, on the facilities, and then on the experience journey of the guests from the morning to the night to provide different experience. Once this is clear, once this is defined, then we put the rooms. I was used
Okay. It's
to
the
do
other way
opposite.
around now.
Exactly.
It's
I
the
was
other
used
way around.
to be, let's say, if
Put
we-
rooms and then
exactly. If we had the opportunity to say, okay, you have to define and design a hotel in 10 hours, we were putting 9 hours to define the rooms, 1 hour to define the rest. The rest is easy.
the F&Bs.
We do differently.
Yeah.
We dedicate 9 hours to define F&B and the facilities and the experience. And then for us, rooms is very easy, because we have seen that the client, he wants the basics. He wants to have a nice room, but it's not really the key decision right now, more and more. And this, I think it's a change produced mainly because the new demographics, the new generations now traveling. I have seen really a complete.
This is something that I always realized myself when I book a hotel. I always look for the places around it. What are the amenities? What are the available, let's say, restaurants? Because I always tell my friends and my parents, I just sleep at the hotel. I just want my mattress to be comfortable.
Yes.
My pillow to be comfortable. That's it. Anything extra, I'm happy. Okay, but I look for the experience, and you just explained that.
Exactly. What we want you is to stay. You define very well the type of
property.
guest. Exactly. I want my hotel guest to stay 50% of his time in my hotel.
In your hotel.
But what I am seeing that I like very much when I am in hotels, to stay there in the lobby. I recommend that, and to see and to observe how the guests are using the hotel, how they are coming, how they are doing, how they are talking time to time.
That's interesting.
I see in our lobbies that between 6 to 8, they are very busy, because a lot of people is going outside. Because as you said, our guests, when they arrive to Marbella or Bodrum, usually they have already a fully agenda. I want to be in this restaurant, I want to be in that beach, I want to be in that bar, I want to drink that cocktail in that
Specific place.
a specific place.
Yes.
But also, what I'm seeing is people coming.
Yeah, which
No,
is
at
good.
the same time, I'm sending people.
The strategy is working.
Exactly. Then
Yeah,
I see a lot of
100%.
people also coming to my hotel because they want to enjoy that experience that we design. And this is
really
we are seeing that is being very successful. And I think this is a major change that I'm seeing more. You see with another large groups, let's say the leaders now of the hotel industry,
They're struggling.
doing
with,
a great effort to transform the brand strategy and to have more what we classify more as a lifestyle brands, and reducing the weight of the classic brands.
Okay. Going from now we have maybe 4 hotels to 20 hotels in 2026.
Yes.
That's 2 years or 3 years from now.
Yes.
This is, I want you to be honest with me. Is it going to affect, and how you're going to avoid that? affect the quality of services that we're offering? Because the company is booming, the division is booming, and with this success, there must be a compromise. I'm sure there will not be compromise with Sunset Hospitality Group. Not the management, not the co-founders, not the team accept that. But how will you avoid that?
I think it's the clear commitment of the leaders of the Sunset, and this on the first level is Antonio and Nas, to do not compromise. It's a privilege to work with them. For me, it's a real privilege because they don't want to compromise on that. And then if you need the right resources, the right people to achieve, they are ready to commit on that. A clear example for us, and I'm not forcing, but saying that I recommend also to invite our new colleague joining the hotel divisions, Philippe, who has been appointed as the new CEO of the hotel division. I'm very happy and excited with this new addition. Is a guy who has been on the last 20 years in Mandarin Oriental. This is proving how we want to grow in the hotel division. Of course, I have to put a little bit more time on the development, and maybe not having enough time to go through the hotels. Then we said we need a strong guy to support. To help us, and I'm sure Philippe will be a great addition to the hotel company, to not compromise on our service and our quality.
And growth and success.
Exactly. Yeah. And this is key. It seems very simple. It's not simple. I can guarantee you, I have been in other hotel projects. It's not simple like that. Sometimes leaders of those projects, they keep growing, but not growing the talented people and the resources at the same time.
Okay. And moving forward, since you mentioned about the future, what are the key projects or initiatives that you're going to do in the Sunset Hotels and Resort division?
We have been mentioning already, the new destinations, new markets where when we say pipeline, it's really close to sign. We already signed with the owners of those hotels, head of terms, and we are working very seriously to have a Met there. As I said to you, we have Ibiza, that I think is a great destination for us. We have Mykonos, we have Cannes, but at the same time, the second level of progress, we are also analyzing South Asia. I think Singapore, we are very close to announce something that will be a great milestone for us. Then we are very active in London. We are very active also in Greece. We see Greece a potential market for us, not only in Mykonos, but also in other islands like Paros. Also very interesting, the new area of development of Riviera of Athens, or Athens Riviera. There, I think the combination of things that we mentioned, it makes a very much lifestyle destination. It's a very new multinational or international community going there to live, new hotels, new restaurants, new retailing. It's a very exciting destination.
The pipeline is full.
The pipeline is full. Even, I think we are getting, I'm saying that once we achieve, and I think we will achieve these first 10 hotels at the end of this year, the second 10 will be easier. And the remaining 10 to achieve these 30 hotels, that for me is already to consolidate this project, I think will come along, because then the people will see what we are doing, and I think we will have more opportunities. People coming even without us going out outside and knocking doors, just to say, listen, guys, we will be very interesting to develop a Met also in this destination. Then maybe the work will be really to validate if the destination is the right one for a Met hotel.
Well, good luck for everyone, for us in Sunset, and good luck for you with this pipeline.
Thank you.
The division is adding a lot of value to the company, and we all see that, and we are happy to see that, the success of this division. With this, Jaime, thank you so much. I sum up this episode. Thank you for the information and the insights that you mentioned. And you're always welcome to have you have a seat in Sunset Talks whenever you have something to share with us. We're happy to host you.
It will be a pleasure. I'm sure that you have plenty of interesting people, our colleagues that also they are very strong people in the industry, in the hospitality industry, that will be bringing value to these talks. Once again, congratulations. I think it's a magnific initiative, and counting on you on the hotel divisions and your support. I mean,
we're making sure to support
everyone is doing something for the hotel division in Sunset Hospitality, and counting on you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jaime.
It's been a pleasure.
With this, we sum up our episode for today with Jaime Buxó Clos, the CEO of Sunset Hotels and Resorts Division. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast, Sunset Talks, on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram. And always join us as we bring people together.